as above, so below, eternally, eternally, eternally. So the heart of your emotions, the very heart, not the personality, not what you show, not what you demonstrate, not what you live, but the heart of your emotions are happy. They are very happy, and happy is light. See? Happy is light, and light travels. But Einstein said it travels at 186,400 miles per second or thereabouts. So it travels really fast. And it needs resistance in order for it to function. In order for us to even be here talking, it has to have resistance. Well, in your life, you are opposed to resistance. You really are. Anything that shows up that looks like it's troublesome, bad, interfering with what you want, like another girl that you think is going to go after some guy that you want, you do not appreciate and embrace that resistance as part of your happiness. In fact, you try to eliminate that or cause some kind of problems for whomever and whatever this is. But resistance is necessary, just like the adversary. Without the adversary, you would not be able to glorify God, ever how you interpret God. But let's see why you want to stop resistance. Stop resistance, how crazy. How you do not effectively take resistance as the beneficial thing it is. Okay, let's skip there, I'm up there. 2, 1, 9, 3, 5. All right, we're talking about the adversary here. We're talking about those things that really do cause you problems, really, in your own self and outside of yourself too. Those things that just seem to stop you. Those things that you try to eliminate or diminish or deny that they're in your life. That's stupid. But anyway, 14, 15. What is the heart of resistance? How many times have I said this over and over and over? Mother, father, child, God within you. That is the heart of resistance. All right, 9, 10, 11, 13, 18, 21. There's that dance. And making it 41, movement. So when you encounter resistance, you encounter problems, you encounter hardships, heartbreak, disappointment, don't bar the door. Don't stop it. Fling it open. Come on in. Have a seat at the head of the table. What's your favorite food? Let me prepare it for you. Then you would understand why you are happy. Completely, unreservedly happy all the time. It's your big and only business. The master. Let me get back to the master before I go on into that emotions thing. I know I wrote it on this page somewhere. Okay, the master. Let's see what the master is. 6. So we know I got to get another pen. We know that much. We know that the heart of the master is love. But anytime there's love, why can't you get it in your being to understand that you have to have conflict? If you're going to have love, you're going to have conflict. Now, if you don't want conflict, you can't have love. Love covers a multitude of sins. Remember? 6. All right, 5. 7? 16. Is that it? 5, 7. Yeah, 16. Good gracious. I love it. All right, that's a 7. That's God's number. Okay, you know that. God's number. You've seen me say it on. So the heart of a master is love. The personality of master is a 7. But that personality of master is going to bring about in your life, in order for you to recognize just how happy you are and how grateful you are and appreciative you are, the tower is going to be brought about to shake you from your stubborn, determined position. In other words, you're trying to die out the self. That's what you're trying to do. But what I found was so funny, the vehicle of expression of master is a master. So we know beyond a shadow of a doubt, that we are happy. We are so happy. And if you would just get still, no matter what circumstances and situations that you are engaged in currently, you will be able to see through the mirage of all this drama that you have instituted because you were bored and you wanted to be entertained by it and you wanted to be reminded how special you were. But the moment you are reminded how special you are, you're going to suffer. You're going to suffer immeasurably. So if you just get quiet. Or, better yet, hold your breath for 10 seconds. Hold your breath for 10 seconds. Let me see if I can do it. I was in a state of complete bliss, and you will be too. You know why? No thought. Jesus said, take no thought for tomorrow or today. Anyway, coming back to this emotions and how that you allow your emotions to take control of you. Instead of you knowing that everything is exactly and precisely as it's supposed to be, you allow your emotions, because it's 26, to be consumed with a relationship that you think ought to be a certain way and it is not, or to exist that it does not, or trying to change something that's in it for your expectations and pleasure. And it is always based in wanting to control, because it's an 8, and it always has to do with that sex, death, and money. And it causes you sex, death, money. Okay? So your emotions are geared from these 3 things. Then the personality, that heart, even though you are so happy, you're so happy you cannot even stand yourself. If you were any happier, you'd float away. That is the truth. I'm not really just entertaining you. I'm imparting truth like truth has never been told before. You are so happy. You're deliriously happy. You are light. You are light. Not heavy, not bowed down, not burdened down with worries and difficulties and anxieties and repressions and resentments and guilt and bitterness. They don't have a thing to do with you. You are light. But while you're in this earth body, you open up the gates and say, come on in, you and your friends too, and every bit of your foreign relatives, bring them on in. That have to do with problems and unhappiness. All right, emotion. What did we say? What was it? 38. We've already talked about the justice. All right. And how you need this. What really, when it all boils down to, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do with these earth emotions? you are trying to, and you are doing, you don't have to try, because you are light, essentially, you are emoting ions. That's all you're doing. That's all you're doing. And it is totally impersonal. Impersonal. And whenever you try to make this be personal is when you suffer. It's the same thing with electricity. Electricity is neutral. But you can either cook with it or kill with it. Cook or kill, it's up to you. You can cook along with your life or you can kill your life. It's all entirely up to you. But the one thing that you cannot do is ignore the fact that you are really, basically, at your core, happy, happy, happy. Happy. Okay. Let me see. Happy days are here again. Smiles are going to come again. All that has been bothering you will be diminished. Happy days are here again. This is the long-awaited joy. This is the long-awaited joy. That's what's so crazy, because we walk around every single day with all these idiotic lies we make up, about what we're going to do with our lives, how we're going to do it and all that. You don't know whether you're going to take your next breath, But anyway, 3, let me see what that is. Come down here. So we got a 14. Balance. And we got a 4. Ooh, this 4, we got to work with it. We got to work with that foundation. And what is the vehicle of expression of the lies that we tell ourselves? Where did it arise from? Our mother. We must resolve our mother in ourselves. Okay. But I was thinking of something else. I got all turned off. Let me see what that is. Oh, yeah. Okay, we walk around with these lies telling ourselves that if things were different and our situations were different, or we were involved with somebody else, or we could get back with somebody else, or, whatever it is, or if we could have more money, or we could get that job, or we can go get our degree, then we would be happy. That's not so. We are happy to begin with. And we work hard at destroying this happy too. That's why it appears to be a fleeting thing, because we're so out of touch with that happiness that is neutral. It doesn't give us these highs and lows. Okay? Pretty much happy is flatlining. That's what happy is. It's not a because what you seek, according to there, you seek this. You think, you really believe that this is a permanent state of mind. You believe that? You believe, we all believe that we can have everlasting joy that manifests in our life, and it keeps us running forevermore. We believe that. We believe that lie so much that it is perpetuated by others. So we think it goes in and out of our lives. We're so grateful when we can just grasp hold of little chunks of it. But here's the deal. Joy, the joke's on you. That's what joy is. You have constructed a being that is housing this light, this Lord that's within us that vibrates so high, you have constructed or tried to construct this flesh and bones, telling it what it wants, what it needs, what it desires, what it has to have. And then it starts this list of all the things that it will take to get you all of these, okay? And you think that if you get all of this, you'll have this everlasting joy. No, you won't. You don't really have any of these. These don't exist. This only exists for movement, experience in life without, here's the clincher, a lust of result. Now, how many of you desire something without a lust of result? Desire, in fact, I wrote a book on it, the subject of desire. Desire is the impetus in man. But desire is actualized when you don't have an outcome designated. Okay, I desire this, there it is. Now let me go get it. That is the last thing that will bring you any lasting joy. That is what the joke is. Okay, this last one, what you have to have. You know, the Bible says you don't have a clue as to what it is that you want or need or have to have. And if the Bible is anywhere accurate, then it would stand to reason that all these troubles and all these issues that we govern and manifest in ourselves come from not being in touch with the fact that we are already happy. We are as happy as we will ever be. This is as good as it gets. If I was to end my life right this minute, my life, not end my life, but if it was ended right this minute, I have lived a glorious, glorious path. There's not one single solitary thing I need to do, not one single solitary thing I want, need, or I have to have. You know, and there's been people throughout my life that have often wondered, Paula, why don't you want it?